So and now we are looking to the previous, before yesterday's price action, what happened in the ADR, and tell me what you see in this area where we have mostly sellers now. What did we have here mostly?
Mostly buyers.
Exactly. So price is literally rebalancing, right?
Yeah.
And we can know this already before this is all happening, because we know here we had more buyers coming in, right? The whole ODR, ADR session, people were buying, right? So here we had an overlap on, or like an imbalance towards the buyers, right? So the SLP, as it is programmed, I told you this, and it's part of my Twitter series, right? The first obligation an SLP has to be allowed to be at CME or New York Stock Exchange is to reach balanced price action. So it's the obligation of the algo to revisit areas of imbalanced price action, right? So delta positive here, right? So the algo has to revisit this area to balance this area here, because that was too much buying here, right? You got that?
Mhm.
Okay, so let's continue with what we have today. So, any questions so far? Just had to pick off my head up a floor, fell off and rolled down the street, whatever I missed. Tracy is asking how long has it to be rebalanced? It's very easy. Just like imagine you're putting this bar and this bar together, right? And you will get an answer. Master, but there's always a buyer for a seller in which no, that's not true. August, that's not true. There's not always a buyer and a seller. Like your orders are getting matched, but like price is moving, and when there is no seller, price, like the price offer you're getting, if people want to sell lower, there doesn't have to be a buyer. Like price can move price areas without having volume there, right? Nobody wants to buy, right? Price goes down. Well, because if you are not having a buyer at, let's say, $90 crude oil, so the algo, the SIP, right, the price matching algo, just goes lower with the offer. It's all about offer and how the offer comes in. So what I'm willing to pay for a crude oil contract right now, if somebody's willing to sell to this price, I can bring price down just by quoting. But anyway, that's not part of the topic here right now.
Yeah, that's the part of emptying your mind, right? Because that's typical retail. What they tell us, what they tell retail is like that sort of stuff, right?
Yeah.
Giving Peter a call to explain what he missed.
Okay. So let's assume max retracement lay. So if we come back to this area now, so now we're in the ADR session, so we are forming the new area. So now we know that this price area still has to be rebalanced, right? So especially here, right? These areas are now interesting for us. Again, this is not a model on itself. It's like all three components together, right? So let's see what's happening with volume now. Then this. So obviously, what we already concluded, which we have known before we even looked at volume, right? But like actually what we know, or what we concluded based on anyway what we expect price to do, right? Based on the model, So obviously the conclusion that most likely price will go up and try to remove liquidity either at the upper or the lower range. And we concluded that based on price action we have seen before, that most likely will go to the upside. So what happened right now here? What have we done here? Or what has the algo done?
So we initially tapped into the first point of interest that we set to remove the liquidity to the upside.
Exactly.
And then once it's done that, it just changes direction again.
So now what we did, we removed liquidity. The liquidity which we built like a good old boy algo, we built up nice downside volume, right? So we just went and collected our payout, right? That's what the algo did. Like it was during the ADR session, nicely calculating the liquidity here, not even going, we remember when we had the lesson about liquidity, making this what others call the double low, right? And you remember what I explained to you here. So this is just a very nice buildup of liquidity just to remove it afterwards. Let's cash in, right? So now we have the opening of our 8:30, where is it? 23 o'clock. That's our 3 o'clock candle, right? So that's opening of the ODR. So what is the next move if you are the algo now? Where do you want to tap in? What do you want to do now?
You go
and pay attention for a second. Let's make this smaller again that we see everything. So pay attention to the actual forming. This is like, that's the nice thing in replay mode. We see how the volume here now develops during the price action. So what do we have now up here all of a sudden? Who is dominating here?
Oh, buyers.
Right, buyers. Do you think the algo likes that? I think so, right?
Likes it
it
for a
likes
short.
to grab them.
Yummy, yummy. Give me some Snickers here and some lion, right? Give me my treats, right?
Those are the breakout traders.
Yeah, like you can call them breakout traders, whatever you want to call them. But like for a matter of fact, right, we collected.
Trap those Peters.
Trap those, yeah, Peter is definitely here at home, like for sure. So obviously, and again, don't look at volume at all. Like you remember this line? This line was our target high, right? So, and this is inside the upper area also here, right? So now price is reversing, right? And we have our ODR box forming. Again, now we're asking ourselves, right now at this candle, we are expecting, Peter said in his PC like that. So we are expecting what again at this candle? This is our first candle of the box. So what model we are expecting?
Range expansion.
So range expansion has to be like this then, right? So that's the box we are expecting when we expect a range expansion, correct?
Yes.
Now you're getting not only the expectancy from the model, but now you get the informational value on volume here, right? We know this was the area where we can remove liquidity. Now the volume profile is telling you, hey, like all the Peters are buying here, right? Correct? So you're expecting a downside model. Now you have another, like the third dimension is telling you, hey, I can look for a short now, right? Look at the range limiter here.
You just sell to the buyers, basically, as a SLP.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So range limiter up here if you need extra confluence, right? Exactly, range limiter here. Wolfi DR, where do you think Nindo learned this from? Exactly. Okay, everybody sees that on the chart, right? Can turn it off, right? Turning on our weekly DRs. What our weekly DRs are saying here. To the tick, right? Range limiter to the tick, weekly DR to the tick, volume to the tick, so to say. Wolfi, I don't know what is with him. He had like a lot of personal problems that I can tell. Okay, so now easy for us, say, okay, we can take a shot here, advanced trade. Yeah, don't have to take it, but the understanding here is definitely there, right? So let's see how volume is now changing. So what we have down here now, what is the equivalent, what is happening now here in this price area?
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Now we are more sellers there.
Now we are generating more selling pressure, obviously, right?
Yeah.
Let's finish a little bit. Let's go down. That's our last candle. P55. So now look what we have generated down here now.
Only sellers.
Hey, Peter, come, short here. It's time for shorting it, Peter. All the Peters are selling now. It's rinse and repeat every day farming people, right? That's what it is. It's all about farming. Remember, we are still inside the whole RDR session. So this is just playing around a little bit, right? The whole structure here, we still know, right? Again, when we look now at everything, where do you think price is going next? So now we can
balance the sellers.
Well, definitely we don't want to short right now because, like, you know, you see this, all the volume here, right? If we want to, if the algo wants to go down, it would crush here, but it doesn't, right? We have the model, we have all this stuff, right? Situation is still the same we have seen in the RDR, right? So now it's time to do what? Now it's time to show Peter that he is wrong with his short, and he should be next time more patient, right? So, and again, we are coming to the same conclusion. Why? Because even if we would have not volume, right? We have this concluded anyway without knowing anything about volume, like 1 hour ago, right?
Yeah.
So now the next move, which liquidity we have removed? Which liquidity area can we remove now?
We removed the sell side.
So this area, like, where is the next area we want to go to catch some nice liquidity out of the market?
The high of the RDR session.
Exactly, and why? Because
that
exactly. Sorry.
It's a volume drop off, yeah.
It's a volume drop off, right? So if you the algo, think about it. Like, where are most of the people entering into shorts? Where can we remove liquidity from the people who are shorted this? It's in the low volume area. It's not in the high volume area. Because why? When we want to grab people from a high volume area, right? Their stops will be not there.
Yeah.
Low volume area means that's where the algo pushed through, and most likely not a lot of people had the chance to enter there. So if people move their stops to break even, etc., right, it will be not in a low volume area. So it will be in these dense areas with a lot of volume. And that's like where, like, how I see volume and how we explain it is completely different, right? So if you want to grab liquidity, if you want to remove liquidity out of the market, right, the most liquidity is in these low volume areas because nobody traded there, right? You follow?
Yes.
So, okay, so now we have the conclusion. Anyway, we had the conclusion, so we know the next volume supported area goes like by magic, aligned with, anyway, the model target, what we already have, right? We turn on our multi-time frame again. It's also going aligned with the next range limiter, right? Should we stop at this range limiter here? One, two, three, four, five. Maggie, should we stop
No.
at this range limiter? Should we stop
No.
at this range limiter?
No.
Why not?
Because it's in,
Why not?
because it's in the middle of high volume area.
So we don't care about it. There's no liquidity there, right? I mean, why should we stop there when we know up here, it's all going aligned here, right? Let's check our weekly DRs. Turn off multi-time frame. Look what is here. What is this here? Weekly DR, right?
Yeah.
So we want to tap into this. That's where we want to tap in, right?
Yep.
Do we want to stop here? No, same reason, right? Do we want to stop at the lower weekly DRs?
No.
Again, same reason, right?
Same reason. Yeah.
Okay, let's see how volume is now evaluating. Look here, when you look now, right? See how the algo is using exactly that we have to remove. Again, now we have like the ODR, ADR volume box, we can call it like that, right? So far, that's our density area of volume, right? Look how the algo is playing in this area, right? So obviously here is our high volume area, same like this area which we had before so far in the session. Very nice, like almost, this is almost like a statistical normal distribution here. Like nice belly button, right?
Beautiful. Yeah.
All right. So, and price comes up here, goes exactly, look to the tick rejection here, right? From this area, right? To the tick, stays in here, dips a little bit below, that can happen, right? Always remember that there are other people than the algo, and there must be like, maybe there's a stupid Peter who is pressing market order down here, which dips the price a little bit, right? Can always happen. We have Peters here. So, price comes down here and then leaves this area and goes up, right? Keep on going. Let's check how volume is happening, right? Where does it tap into?
Into the next low volume area.
Yes. What do we have now here? What is here now? And here, and here. What is this? And what is up here?
Oh, high volume areas.
So first we tap in our low volume area, right?
Yeah.
And what we are creating now in the new profile?
Oh, buyers. A lot of buyers. Yeah.
Peter's back. Peter's back. He watched price going for 20 points and then, oh my God, this goes up. Let's get in there. FOMO, right? Let's get into this. Look at this. I make it bigger, like that you can see it, right? You see that? Except this area, all the areas, this price area, this price area, this price area, this price area, this one is equal more or less. Super strong, only buyers here, right? Return of the Mac.
I think we need to add Peter to the Academy vocabulary.
Syllabus, where is Peter? Find Peter in this chart, please. So now, we already came to this conclusion. Now we're adding our data, like we did this all in the exercise before, right? Peter, price target area, low volume area, a lot of Peters in the place. What is our conclusion? Model, what is our conclusion?
Turn around. Trap Peter.
Trap Peter, right? Trap Peter and all his friends, right? All of the friends here. All these Peters has to be removed from the market. Peter soup. This is a good example of Peter soup. So what has the algo generated now? Not it made every Australian trader completely losing his mind with the price action if they are not in DR, obviously, right? All the Asian traders are already like completely frustrated. All the Peters out there are frustrated right now because the whole price action was just fooling them non-stop. Whenever they tried to go short, market went long, and when they tried long, the market went short, and it continues. Like literally the whole ADR session until now, they are completely done so, right? Okay. Everybody follows this? If your name is Peter, change it now. Peter, come. So, but you are one, like literally you're one. We have like approximately 10 million retail traders down there, right? And you are one of 1,000, right? Understanding, even without telling you today or showing you volume today, you would have, even without volume, you understand everything I taught you right now. And now it makes even more sense what I'm teaching you, right? So again, we've been 1.5 hours, we've been at this point. So medium max extension time, price retracement area, low volume area, a lot of buyers who want to buy the market. So what we're gonna do as an algo now?
Remove the carpet.
I think now it's time. We cumulated, look, think about the algo, right? Cumulating buying power, right? Screwing them. Cumulating power, screwing them. Cumulating, screwing them. Cumulating, screwing them. Cumulating, like you see how the algo now wants to bang and squeeze it. Now when we see the down movement, I want you to look at what is happening to volume. You will see something. The volume change, what we will see now when I go forward with the price action we will see afterwards. You will see that there is not a lot of volume added in this session. Now the algo just kills people. Okay?
Bye, Peter.
See you later, Peter. Look how it's changing. Now the algo comes in. Like we needed all the Peters come in, right, to make this. And the algo, one candle here. The big boys coming in. The algo's coming in, and it's already creating more sellers than we had before, right? So all these areas here, it's just one candle it takes to kill all of them, right? Next candle. You see now, we are balancing this area gets used here. You see how the volume is peaking up on the sell side? You see it? I'm going slowly. I hope everybody can see it step for step. You see, we are not changing the volume. It doesn't take the algo a lot of volume. He's just now like the algo has, and that's
Oh my god.
that's so easy, right? Because you have to understand the algo doesn't need a lot of volume to move price. He just needs to get all the Peters, and with Peters I don't mean retail traders, like that's happening to professional traders or traders who are not on a level where they should be, like all the desk traders and all of this stuff, all like normal hedge fund manager. Like I'm talking Peters are in every investment category, right? It's not only retail traders. But you see how the algo doesn't need, like normally you would expect when the algo is full firing, he needs to add a lot of volume. But as you can see, if you go click by click, you will see that there is not a lot of happening to the volume profile. Just price is dropping with almost like not a lot of volume, right? So then we come back. Where are we coming back? So where the algo feels resistance now? Where are we now?
In the high volume area.
Now we're in a high volume area, right? So obviously, a lot of things happening here. So that will be not easy to cut through for the algo, right? So let's see what he does. So we're idling a little bit. Where are we going again? So now we're gonna say adios and look at the volume. I was clicking too fast, sorry guys. So now let's look at the volume. You see, this is the small volume. Let's do it like this. You see what's happening here? Who do you think is this? That's the M7s in the place, and the Anands, and the SLPs. Literally not a fucking single buyer is here at home. They get all wrecked. Look at this. They get raped. It's violent here, right? Then we kick in. Where do we go? And now look at where our price balanced area is, right? Where is our mode of the previous volume profile? That's our mode. Let's draw a box around our mode. And now what? Course of action. See you later, Peter. Look at this. All people are getting killed here. But you see, it's not a lot of volume. So people misinterpreting that like the algo needs leads. Overlap with a fair value gap for sure, Alex. The algo doesn't need a lot of volume to move market, right? He needs just everybody to sleep and be in a position, right? So the algo is
position. Preferably.
Yeah, it's like when I explain, when I have a short, sometimes I'm too slow to move directions, right? It's just common sense. When people are in a position, when people are long, they can't be short, right? So all what you have to do is just trap enough into one direction, and then you don't need a lot of volume to kill them. Because their orders, when you remove their liquidity, they will fuel your momentum to the side on top of it, right? So now we're coming to our weekly DR, nothing surprising for us. And look at this. through the weekly DR, just violating everyone, right? And let's finish till we are where we are. So that's replay mode off now. So where are we now? We are in the dense area, right? So would have helped, like everything we discussed right now, right? That would have helped you to do what? All the trades we discussed before, which were based, model and understanding and everything, and data, what is volume would have done for you here?
Extra confluence.
RV, is this commodity only? No, not commodity only. Avoid
Helps you
a
paint
show.
a cleaner picture, right? Like it helps validate all the narrative. It's beautiful, and I'm glad we did it this way, because otherwise people would just they would not appreciate the beauty of it on a standalone basis. But as you can see, everything lines up perfectly. Like it's not only about volume, it's not only about models, it's not only about DRCs. Like each and every element works harmoniously with each other, and it's yeah, no more words. Hopefully everybody can appreciate it.
Pet Ninja, yes, you can trade FOMC meeting minutes. Technically, should you? No, not really. So that was yesterday. That was today, right? RDR session into ODR. So let's have a quick peek at what was happening yesterday. So that's Thursday into Friday, right? Look at it. Look precisely at it. High volume area RDR, right? High volume area ODR, RDR. Send it. Send it. All the knowledge. Same model, by the way. Same game, right? Same game. Same game. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
Look at this high. Where does it go here? Inside the ADR session, for example. Where is it? Where is this high? Where does it go? What is this here? It's Mega, what is it?
It's a low volume area.
Exactly. Exactly. Exactly.
Guys,
Let's check
so
the next day.
what's gonna be the profitability at the end of the week?
Oh, please don't ask this question now. I'm in such a good mood.
It's always a higher low. Even
It's
if
a high,
right?
yeah, like we are moving like markets, right?
Yes, yes. Bullish.
Yeah. So let's look at the ODR session yesterday or on Thursday, right? Everybody remembers the ODR session Thursday, right? Look at this. Would have had helped? Who remembers my short here? I took a short on Thursday. I posted it, I think, in the trading channel. I took a short here. Why do you think I took this short? Despite all the understanding, but volume did what for me here? Look at this. What do we have here? Trapped.
Trapped buyers.
Longs.
Yes. Yes. Right. Let's turn on replay mode because it's much nicer to see how the volume profile is developing here. Like even clearer, right? Where's our low volume area? down here, which goes aligned with the RDR levels, right?
Yep.
Beautiful stuff. So let's have a look at ES now. It works in ES also, huh? Shall we? So now question for our beloved people. For ES, we're gonna go 12 ticks. So ES, 12 ticks. Yes, 12 ticks. CL, 8 ticks. Let's post it. Yes. So let's have a look. Replay mode on. Oh, good. So who tells me no NQ Vera? NQ I'm not giving you yet. Starting with ES and CL. No NQs for today. Does using volume profile versus time help in any way? Altogether, Red Avocado, please don't tunnel. No tunneling, please. The width, like ODR, ADR session is always 30%, while the RDR session is 70%. That just helps you to visualize it better, because normally the volume in the ODR, ADR session is lower than the RDR session. So always for the RDR box, use 70% width of the box, while ADR, ODR session use 30%, please. So who can explain me what's happening here?
Students or me?
CC Misha, can you give it an example? Like if I want to insert volume for a frame 1 trade, I would have put volume into frame 1. Is that enough answer?
This, I think, M7, to make it like very clear, guys, the re-engineering steps that M7 always does, they always do the models, DRCs, WDRCs, all this stuff, directionals. This is just another point to it, right? Just another point for confluences and for understanding the market better.
And also, please be mindful that we have people who have joined the academy since day 1, and only after 9 months they had access to volume. And if you joined in September, there is a lot of homework that you should be doing before introducing volume in your trade, especially if you're backtesting frame 1.
Gaps in Liquid's gonna tell all his buddies about volume. Yeah, like it's fine. BSC will get volume also this week. It's not that they left out and they never know something about volume, right? So they're gonna get it, but they're not gonna have like such a deep introduction like we have here. We're already like
not gonna have the deep dive.
yeah, we're already 3.5 hours. 3.5 hours? What the fuck?
Almost
2.5 hours. 2.5 hours in, guys.
almost 3.
Trader BCL. Probably get the answer, but I'm too impatient. SVP, just put SVP into the indicator. So again, like ES today, right? So what do we have here, right? Now we see the top. What is happening here? Where are the Peters? What position size? What are doing?
Buying.
Buying. All the Peters are buying. What the algo wants to do?
Rip them.
Rip
Take their
them.
money.
Where are we also price-wise in comparison to the RDR volume box?
We are below.
Yes, so that becomes resistance, right? Closing price, volume box, weekly DR, a lot of nice stuff here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So look where this one is also here. Aligning here, right? So
That's random, guys. Alignment is random.
that's just like, it's random walk. Size, like, please don't general rule of thumb. There's no rule of thumb, guys, right? But like, don't try to make something which is like so obvious if you look step by step at price and try to make some rules out of it, right? It's not high volume area to low volume area. Like, I mean, if it would be so easy, I would be already billionaire.
And just teach volume, right?
And just teach volume and tell all what you have to look is high volume area to low volume area. Just short and long it there. It's fine. Gonna be trillionaire overnight. M7 started with his memorial. So
I think we need to add Peter to the
syllabus.
syllabus. Yeah.
Okay, now look at this, right? Like, what is your informational value here? First of all, what is the model here, right? ADR is what?
ADR is below previous RDR.
Yep. So it would be a downside expansion model,
Would
right?
be a downside, but this is
Broken.
yeah, broken.
Right. So now we have. Now we come back. What is here? Weekly DR, right? Weekly DR, one of our most important levels, right? So now you turn on this, look at volume, and you see, hey, Peters are in the game, right? Peter is here, right? Also, Peter is there when we are at the weekly DR, and this is also correlating with the most volume area. So Algo doesn't want to tap in here, right? Why he wants to tap in here? There's just too much resistance. Which way is easier? Just collect the Peters here, right? Just farm them, right? Also, weekly DR, the informational value here is like gigantic, right? So we already know it's a downside model. So what can it be here? What are the options of models left when we see the box here?
It's still a valid. If we don't cross the 0.5 line, can still be an upside expansion. But
right.
As soon as we,
so it could be an upside expansion model, right?
Yeah.
Because the 0.5 is not broken, right? So it has to break below here to invalidate an upside expansion model, right?
And there is a lot of volume above the 0.5. But at the same time, there's a lot of buyers at that level, which needs to be rebalanced.
And on top of it, where are we?
We just are at the top of the weekly DR, so.
And below a very dense volume area.
Oh, yeah.
And all the Peters are here. So who do you think will win this fight? The Peters or the weekly DR, the dense volume area? Like, that's always the question. Who do you think will win this game? Michael Jordan or the guy from playing basket around the corner?
Is Michael Jordan retired or still in activity?
I think he wins still.
Gaps in liquid, that's most likely why you have access to it. Because on the website you still have MSC. Right? So that's always the question, like what you have to ask yourself. So then model is coming. So now what is happening? You don't have to catch the trade here, but we go below, right? We're coming to the 0.5 level here. So now we know it's an upside expansion model. When the upside expansion model will be broken? When we break the 0.5 line, right?
Yep.
We are rejecting 2 times from the weekly DR, which is equal to all the Peters and all the areas here, right? So then price does what? It drops, right?
Yeah.
Where are we most likely to drop?
To the other side of the weekly, which correspond with a high.
Exactly. So what our next run is gonna be other side of the weekly DR. Right? Makes sense?
So effortless. Look at that.
Just
Effortless,
slices
right?
through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No problem at all to go through this area. It's like just cutting through it. Why? Because all the Peters are there. Right? So now look what is happening here. What is happening here right now on the weekly DR? Like I had a PhD one-on-one, right? And it was with Tracy today, right? I don't know if Tracy remembers, but she said to me, looks like price is bouncing from the weekly DR. Tracy, what did I tell you? Tracy here?
Hanging out, not bouncing.
Hanging out, not bouncing. So let's see what that means, what I meant with watch the volume. See what? You see that? We are pushing lower. Where are we pushing now? What would be the next area where we want to push to? Where is our next low volume area?
Below that low.
Where are we right now here on the weekly DR? We are in a balanced price area, right?
Yep.
So now algo is pushing down, right? Until we reach, where did we reach to? Look at this. Where's my drive gone? Ooh, somebody stole my drive. The fuck? What happened with my drive? Am I still here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My drive is just gone. Anyway, we don't need drive to understand that. So we tap exactly into the low volume area, right? We leave some Peters there, and where we want to go next? What is our next course of action? Where is my drive gone? Heck.
They're saying you deleted M7.
Yeah, but I pressed. Oh, there it is. Back we go. So now, based on the volume, right? Based on the model, based on everything, where do we go now? What's the next course of action? Where do we want to revisit?
The go higher because a lot of sellers now.
Yeah, so time to get the sellers out of the market, right?
Yeah.
So volume area preferred.
And that drop off, right? That big drop off. After that mode, at least.
Yeah, so let's see what's happening. Where do we go exactly? Where did we go? What did we do? Do we have more buyers here incoming? So is this already done? Or does this look still like not really, we are not attracting a lot of buyers right now, right?
Mhm.
Correct?
Yeah.
So let's see what price is doing now. Oh, look. Oh, do we think we have enough buyers now? Do we have the Peters now?
Yes.
Hello, Peter. See you later, Peter. Right? Everybody has seen this? The difference between the candles here? That's it. One candle back. There we go. So look at this. Now we have Peters in place, right? All happens like by magic inside this zone, right? But what else is there? Have a look, what else is there? Range limiter again? How is that possible?
And
Oh,
high
higher
volume
time,
area and as well.
higher time frame imbalances. Weekly DR? Oh, weekly DR. Damn. Fair value gap, obviously. Oh, obviously fair value gap. That's a killer there. Breaker block, fair value gap, and silver bullet, and Peter soup. Everything we have there. Okay. I let this sink in for a minute while I go to the washroom. Think about it.
Does this volume constant contribute to the 90% chance of the confirmation high low being broken? No. That's just a simple statistics that you can calculate yourself from the, for example, the airlines data.
Wife, Anand is saying he's not gonna see his wife until Christmas. Well,
When is the baby due, Anand?
oh yeah.
February.
Nice.
Got some buffer for backtesting this.
Imagine Anand's kid. He's gonna start trading since like 2.
I feel like both college tuition will be sorted by then. Anand.
And much more, right?
Nice.
Millionaire at 12.
Well, it's thanks to your hard work, right, Anand? Because not everybody is at your level, but everybody had same access to M7.
Yeah, up to work. Anyone can do it, but not everyone will. But anyone can.
So, what a banger session today.
Yep.
Again.
I feel like we say that a lot.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it was the first time for me seeing volume as well. I think it was just a bit mind blown, right? It's like how everything aligns, I think is pretty clear, right? I think if anyone thinks market is random, I mean, with these teachings, I think you can see that it's not random at all, right? It's actually very much determined and objective.
Just an average Monday webinar. That's right. Where is
What?
Twist? Did he fall asleep? Yeah.
Oh. I thought we're supposed to pay 10K for to learn support and resistance. What the fuck?
Now we need the dots, right? I don't think you need the dots actually after this session.
So,
So just to address Trident's comment, is saying he likes that we did such a deep dive, but it's obviously one that will have to be rewatched. So trying to figure out when I can spend another 3 hours on top of the other backtesting. Well, I mean, once you've watched it once, I think you
Nobody
can-
cares. Work harder.
I mean, yes. I mean, what if I told you that you only need to spend another 3 hours to rewatch this? Then you will have an even better understanding of this, so that you can backtest better
And I
for the
can
next
spend-
10 or 20 hours. That will give you an edge in the next 10 years. Is it worth it? Probably.
Starting a new Discord with NQ settings 2K a month. I tried it, I know. I was just joking too. So,
volume bot.
volume bot too soon. Not for Peter. Peter will pay the 2K. I mean,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
exactly what he's expecting it. Get the
That's the
information
audience.
early, right?
That's
So-
the market, right?
Yeah.
Peter.
So, what are our key takeaways for volume, right? So, obviously, we learned that low volume areas are interesting to come back to. We learned in the low volume areas, there's no liquidity to be removed. That's what the algo normally wants to drive in, right? We learned that high dense volume areas, the algo doesn't like because it needs too much energy to push it there, right? So he has to make a move into a low volume area before he can break into a high volume area, right? So in case of today, right? So we have volume areas, strong volume areas here, right? We have the low volume area down here. Here's our low volume area, right? And then we have the lower volume area here. So as you can see, like I said, price to break through the builded area we have here has to push into a low volume area to get all the Peters on board, and then creates the momentum to crush through. So what you will see before we break through a high volume areas, right? We have to building up momentum. We have to get as much Peters on board as possible to then be possible to cut through, right? Another general idea, another general takeaway from volume is, as long price is staying below the volume area, it's going to consider to be more short, as long we are dipping above it, right? And the other way around, right? Everybody follows up on this? So obviously the homework is go through all what we discussed today, do your own back tests. And it wouldn't be a surprise for you if I tell you that this data is also coming. But, you know, you have to do some work before. Say that last part again. I think my last part was, so if this is a dense volume area here, right? This is a dense volume area. Stays, and if price goes below that, it's considered to be short, right? The moment when we break out of this area, return into the low volume area as usual, right? Again, same principle what I just explained. Price comes down here, returns into low volume area, considered to be short. If price would break above here, it would be considered long, right? Everybody follows? Very simple,
Mhm.
actually. So, to finish it, let's pick a random day. What day are we taking? So we have a nice setup, right? Pick this one here. Let's see if we get informational value. Put it here. Okay, so what are our informational values here?
We're making a downside model for
Mhm.
start.
Okay,
Uh,
first point, what we have, downside model.
mhm. The ADR obviously is below the previous RTR.
Yes.
That's all good. Then the high volume area is where price is where you stopped.
Mhm.
And there are more buyers, I would say.
Obviously, right?
Yeah.
So right now, that's what we see. The Peters are coming in right here and now, right? Down here. We go a little bit back, we will see this in the volume. Now, if we go here, we're going to see that. Right? So obviously, here are more buyers, right? Go here, see how it develops. Right? Everybody buys here. You see how this changed from candle to candle? How we created Peters here?
Yeah.
So we know we have more buyers here, right? We have a downside expansion model, right? Look at this two at this point. How many only buyers here? Buyer, 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 buyer in this whole area here, right? Created a lot of buyers in the last 10 minutes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Trader BCL, I'm sorry that you came late, but I just rewatched the stream when it's uploaded, okay? So, what is then the next conclusion? Like based on model, based on Peters we generated,
Want to go short?
we want to go short, right? Where would be a potential support for us where we can say if price breaks through, where price has to stop? Where we put our stop here in this case?
Well, either
We can check now. What we can check now is we can check weekly DRs, right? For example, right? Weekly DR would it be up here? So can we put our stop just above this?
I would say
There's also
yes.
DRC, obviously, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So what else can we take? Let's take multi-time frame. Where is our next range limiter? Also here and a special coming together with the DRC range limiter special all together. Aggressive people would maybe use the range limiter as a stop, right?
Yeah.
See if we have any higher time frame. Same story, higher time frame is also there, right?
Yep.
Correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So let's see what price is doing and let's take a look at what volume is doing. Still having more buyers, right? Nothing changes here. So now we are at the open price, right? what can we do now? Like now we have what we have here, right? What we can do now.
That's
Short Peter.
pre-cold fish as well.
It's a pre-goldfish. Exactly how everything goes hand in hand. Obviously, like it would be not random, but it is random, obviously, right?
Markets are random.
So where are the Peters? We always want to play against the Peters, right? We have the model which tell us play against Peter. We have a red box which telling us, okay, play against Peter, right? We have volume telling us play against Peter. So we would enter short, stop above the box, or range limiter, or special. I'll turn it on again so that you see it, how beautiful it is. See where the range limiter is, right? If you are adventurous, you go above the range limiter. If you want to play it safe, you go above the special and the DRC. Doesn't matter. Where is our target in this case? That would be our first confirmation, and we can go even to what level minimum? We know these two areas, we're gonna rape it, right? That's the low volume area.
Yeah.
So what comes next? The first target would be range limiter, I would say, right?
Yeah.
Because this is gonna be raped. So target here, for example, right? So let's see how it plays out. Let's turn it off. Same here, right? Equivalent here, coming in the high dense area, potentially here, wherever you want to put your stop, your target. So let's see. See how it still stays? Look what is coming in here. What is coming in here? More Peters? Hey, there is a low. It's like good. I just try along now. It's looking good. You know, this whole, like, there are a lot of guys coming in there. Peter, hello. How are you doing, my friend? See you later. Bye-bye, Peter. No buyers coming in. We are pushing harder. Elgo is pushing. That's also where you can say, okay, now I want to trail my stop, right?
Yeah.
Right? Where do I trail my stop now? If I have now full information or knowledge, where would you put your stop? Where would you put your stop if you want to trail your stop?
Above the dense area, the
Low volume area?
yes.
So low volume area would be here, right? Agree?
Let's try. Yes, because the volume below it's only sellers, right? So
Yes.
it might get rebalanced.
Yeah, so we can be cool because right now we understand we are just raping Peters here, right? So, and as long this is working for the Elgo, he's going to continue to rape them, right? So let's see what's happening. Now we're coming almost to the RDR session. That's 8:25, 8 o'clock. So session is over, right? Where do we want to put our stop now?
I would say I would trail aggressively now, like just above the.
Try to trail with volume profile.
Yeah. So with the penultimate bar, just a or it's difficult. It's probably if you do it properly with the volume profile, it's probably around the 2.5 area because that's where high density area.
So here we are starting. We have now low volume area, high density. low density, higher density, right?
Yeah.
So this requires energy for the algo to come above this level to reach this low volume area, right?
Yeah.
So we'll go always the way of the least resistance and see what is happening. Obviously, we leave this area. Technically, this area here, right, is where you can expect a rebalancing before we would continue to go down, right? Because that's the lower area of the high density area. We can literally tap a little bit into this one, rebalance a little bit, and then continue to go down, right? So, but if we go above here, you know from volume, like if you look only volume at this point, you could say volume, low volume area. That's if the algo wants to go higher, he's going to push into the low volume area, right?
Yeah. Yes.
So let's see how it turns out. So obviously what we said is right. We are pushing into the high density area, never reach the low volume area, so we could just continue to go down, right? Correct?
Beautiful. Yeah.
So far we see that there are no buyers here, right?
Yes, still seller.
Let's see.
But price is not moving anymore, right?
Yeah, because like there was too much sellers, because like I said, too much Peters in the place. So let's rebalance everything and then see what we do, right?
Yeah.
So if you go back to here again, that's still already balanced. Go back to the box. So as we can see, like there's like, where was it? Replay even a little bit back to this area. So here it's like very much balanced, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if we look now here, sellers are coming in again, right? Price, it's not balanced, so we are staying where we are, right? So now we have to reprice everything till this is equal before we can choose where we want to go next, right? So that's what we are doing for almost half of the RDR. Is this an RDR session? Yes, RDR session. So look at here, like look how this is imbalanced towards sellers, right? Everybody wants to sell here. So now look how we go back and rebalance it, back exactly to the midpoint, our mode balance. And then market continues to go lower, right?
Yeah.
So how could it have helped you, right? If you would have the information of volume profile on this day, right? Here would be our first. That's a pre-goldfish is happening where? Here already, right? That would be pre-goldfish. Yeah, that would be like the Jacob one, right? So where would you put your stop based on the volume you see?
So put my stop. Well, looking at the volume profile from the previous session.
Yes, combine these two together,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I would put my stop at around. Yeah, cannot move. Yeah, there.
Yes,
Yes.
above the arrow. Exactly, exactly. Everybody's getting it, right? So if you want to be adventurous, you can put it above the open also, right? Because like normally this area, this high dense area should help, right? Should block price, right? If you want to be secure, you put it above the DR. So then price goes down, we are making the new low here, then we are getting into, so now we are getting our goldfish entry, return into the box, right? Goes exactly to the mode of the volume for this session, right? Do you want to enter now? Where's your stop if you enter now? Is it one tick above the box or would be the stop above the volume mode?
I would put it maybe the other volume.
Yeah, like either here, right?
Yeah.
You can say either we're taking the mode, or you could even have it here, right? So it helps you, right?
Yes.
Super safe, combine these two together, like we did here, right?
Yeah.
This is like almost no-go area. These two together, right? Super dense area. But also this one combined with this one, super dense area. Like this is all high density here, right?
Yeah.
Let's turn on other stuff what we have, right? Multi-time frame. Look how nicely the higher time frame is working here, right? Nothing to say about that, right? No range limiter here. No range limiters here, right? Full free fire for the algo, right? Next range limiter is coming down here. We know this range limiter, we have to go through a high density area. Once we go above this range limiter, guess what? How I explained. If we would go above this range limiter where we are, low volume area, right?
No.
So then we have the problem because now our high density area, if price comes up here, right? We would be having this whole dense area here, right? So there's only two ways for price now to behave. Either we are attracting a lot of Peters in there, right?
Yeah.
Then we could use the momentum to drop down again, but that would be a false day. We would have all our data, everything, every single tool I gave you, you have to your opportunity then, right? So either we go up here, we're collecting the Peters, and when we have data supporting this, then we could say, and model supporting it. But in what model we are?
The downside expansion.
Downside expansion model, right? So how big is the probability that we will reach this range limiter with all this dense area above us? 0, right?
Yeah.
Not 0. 0 is
Not
wrong.
0. But
0.1.
20%, right?
Yeah.
So obviously, yes. So our next target is the range limiter at least, and then we will look at everything we have at disposal and decide what we do next, right? So let's see what's happening. Also, like, I mean, turn on higher time frame. How big is the probability that we will cut high tensed volume area plus high dense higher time frame area plus how many limiters we had? How many specials we had here? 1, 2, 3. 3 range limiter, a balanced price area, everything up here, right? Turn it off again. So let's see what's happening. Turn on our range limiters again. What do? We go below the range limiter, right? We still don't have a lot of Peters coming in, right?
Yeah.
So going below the range limiter, look at this. Look at this. It's just beautiful, right? End of the session, and like even here, right?
Yep.
Right? Now we have what? Buyers coming in, right? Only sellers here, like they're at the Peter. Like that shows you, that's when the Peter's coming in, like this bar here, this volume bar here, right? All the big boys are already cashing in, right? And the Peters are coming in and trying to catch something here, right? When the move is over, right?
Give them liquidity to exit positions.
Yes. Right now we are going back to this level. So where's our low volume area? Let's finish this exercise. Where is our low volume area now?
Between 4393 and 383, something like
Yeah.
that.
Where is our dense area? Dense area is here, right? Make it like approximately. That's our dense area, right? Low volume area is somewhere here, right? So what price is most likely to do next?
It's the wall.
what does it mean? Hit the wall in price action?
Just go against the hit the high dense and then get stopped and then reverse.
Yeah, like first of all, obviously because our low volume area is above the range limiters, right? So we can expect price to go above the range limiters, fill up this area, right? And the most area where we can expect price to turn around is when we come close to the high dense area, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Let's turn on a multi-time frame, our higher time frame on top, goes aligned with this, right? So most likely around these specials here, right, we can expect something happening. Either like even before we go that high, somewhere in the area here and here, we have to peel our eyes what is happening in the white area, so to say, right? Let's see if this is true. Okay. Didn't want to turn off the special. So we're coming to our first special, range limiter. Everything, look how the range limiters are coming out like mushrooms here, right? Range limiter, range limiter, range limiter, yeah? What we are generating here, guys? What is this? What is the algo doing here? After this move, what do we want to create here?
Swing, like in momentum.
In removing liquidity potential, who we want to have to buy?
Oh, we have a lot of buyers, right?
Yeah, we want Peters to come in, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Nice reactions on the limiters. Coming back. Now we're coming to the high dense area limited. Look how everything aligns here, right? I think that like if you don't see that, you have to see it now, right? Look at all, you have seen how many range limiters we are creating here, bum, 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 all below the range, right? All below this area.
Yeah.
Isn't that beautiful?
Mm-hmm.
And this. Ta-da! Here we go. Nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Look,
Nice.
look what we have here. Peter in the house.
Peter didn't close the long, no.
No. Peter thought, look, now the price is going up. I have to buy now. Right in the right moment. We are making jokes about this, right? But everybody feels it, right? Because I'm pretty sure most of you guys, whoever started and not started with DR, right, feels the pain here, right? It's really, it's something I'm pretty sure like 80% of the students are feeling the pain here when I'm talking about Peter, right?
Everyone in the beginning, right?
Yes. Look where we return here. Look at the price here. It's all a dense area, right? Here we have Peters to the downside. I wanted to say let's F them a little bit, right? Back to it, back down. What is this? This is balanced, right? High density balanced. As you can see, like multi-time frame off. You see, this one is overlapping this bar, and this bar. Overlapping more sellers, right? We go back. Yeah. You see that?
Yep.
Right? You see them coming in. Where we go exactly? Mode, right? Which is aligning with our low volume area, right?
Beautiful.
One more day. What we have now. Where is our low volume area now? And where is our density area? New day, new cards. Same principle.
High volume is around the IDR
Mm-hmm.
from the previous session.
Yeah. Right. So would you agree with this? Do you see my box?
Yep. Yes.
Yes. Where is low volume?
Low volume is below price.
Nope. Good.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's see how it plays out. Till the end of the session. So we are returning DR. Could have drawn this a little bit more, but like we are going up, directional there. So what we have now here. That looks, does it look like
Beta.
one-sided for you? No, I don't see a
Yeah.
beta here. It looks like balanced to me right now.
Slightly more buyers.
Yeah.
Oh, but if you combine the two, then it's probably balanced.
Yeah.
I was looking only
Looks
at
balanced,
that
yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say let's see what's happening. Oh, now we return where? And what do we have here? Who is back in the house?
Peter in the house.
Beta is back.
So where would you like to go as an algo next?
Drop it like it's hot.
Drop it into
Drop
the
it like
low.
it's hot.
Drop it like it's hot, right? What's the model, by the way?
It's
Downside.
it's going upside until
But like technically, if we go just RDR into ADR, we have a downside expansion, right? Until we break the 0.5, right?
yes.
So we have our dense area where we are right now with price. Let's see what else we have there. Let's look at weekly DR. Nice, overlapping weekly DR, right? Multi-time frame. What do we have? Range limiters and specials over here. Multi-time frame, higher time frame, dense area, right? So what we want to do now? Where did my thing go? Dense area here. So what we want to do now that Peter is back in the house, downside. I would say downside, yeah. Let's see. Ooh, Peter, what happened to you? Let's turn on, like, look at this, guys. Please, look at this, right? Look at this, please. What just I said? What did I say with the weekly DR? Look at this. Look at Peter. Look at Peter.
Okay, to the tick.
To the tick, right? Look here.
You never learn, Peter.
Yeah, and then Peter comes into the academy, and because he's not getting access in 2 hours on Sunday night, he decides to cancel his membership.
Winners win. Peter's Pete.
Yeah, look at this. Right? So who can tell me what's happened next? What's going to happen next based on volume? Where you want to go now, price? What price wants to do now? Where do we want to return to?
To the
Or dense
low.
area.
Yeah.
So maximal, like if everything stays intact, we don't want to break the dense area, right? That's a
Yeah.
low volume
Yeah.
area. That has been a volume area since this session already. So dense
All
areas here.
sellers.
So all the sellers here, let's see what we can do with them. Oops. Bye-bye. See you later, alligator. Look at this. Dense area. Remember that like some candles ago, this was very small, right? See it. Like, let's go back.
Now it became dense. Yeah.
Yeah, now we have a dense area, right? So go back here to visualize. See it? You see that?
Oh. Such a different way to see the market.
You see
Difference.
how this is building up, right? And drop it like it's hot. Right? Let's see if we find a Peter there also. Let's see if there is a Peter at home. Candle. So here. Candle by candle. Hello, Peter. Hello, Peter. How are you doing today?
Selling, right?
Yeah, he's selling, obviously.
It's time to sell. Time to sell.
Time to sell. We broke through the low, right? Yeah. Poor Peter. At that point, how do you know not will drop? At that point, how do you know not will drop? At that point, how do you know not will drop? I don't understand the question.
I think he meant at that
Not
point.
will
How do you
drop.
know it will not drop further?
Well, because Peter is in the house, right?
There are only sellers now.
But also, like, how do you know it will not drop? Look at your data. I mean, like this, we are just going through volume, but again, we are not trading volume only, right? This has to be seen. What do we have here? ADR downside model broken, ADR into upside model into ODR broken, right? What are we expecting price to do? What's the logical consequence? What do you think will happen after all of this? Where do we will go? Bats, without looking at your charts, what happened on this day? What is the preferred price action we will most likely get to see? Most likely.
Go back up, right? I mean, if it drops like that.
Based on model, based on everything, what would we expect? Thank you, range expansion. The H move? What is the H move?
Wow, that's a H in
The chart, yeah.
like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see that on the chart, yeah. Squeeze down, how can you come to a squeeze down? Why there should be a squeeze down? Think about it, guys. Hatti is saying it already. Yeah, Peter would think about squeeze down right now. Pretty sure we will see him coming into the market big time. Very, very, very in time. We will see where Peter is deciding to short it again.
Always perfectly wrong.
Upside expansion never happened, so it wants to push back up there. So most likely price action either directly up here, somewhere like this, right? Just trump it, something like that. Without being precise, right? Doesn't matter. Let's have a look where we could go, right? We're in the middle of a weekly DR, right? Dense areas we have defined. Now our dense area is here already, right? All dense here. So we have a weekly DR down here. What else we have? We have higher time frame. No range limiters, nothing below us. No higher time frame, nothing down here. Let's see if we have some DRCs down here. Also nothing. So nothing except weekly DR we have. Turn DRCs off again.
I think some people would call that a W.
W, yeah, I know. Oh, do you see Peter? Have you seen him? Peter is back. Trying to make
Time to
up.
short.
Time to make finally profit, right? Where do you see Peter?
Short. Trapped. Trapped already.
Where are we going? Where we go here exactly? What is this area here? Low volume into dense area, right? Where we're dropping back again. So this is considered now dense area. We stay in our dense area. So guess what? How it's possible we're dropping exactly till here? Return, dense area. Interesting, right? Yeah, Peter is trading a lot. He doesn't only have he has a problem with FOMO. He has a problem with overtrading for sure, right?
Instant gratification.
Instant gratification, he's definitely looking for that, right? Lot of things we have to fix with Peter. But he decided,
Revenge trading.
yeah, he decided to drop out of the academy, so difficult times. He's an like we could say funny wise, but that's not working because like funded accounts don't make volume in the markets. But we could say like he's buying a lot of challenges for sure.
Peter is saving prop firms account.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Let that sink in. It's beautiful, isn't it?
I think is really another dimension, like to the way we see the chart.
Well, that's how I introduced it. Like it's
Yeah.
all about seeing a third dimension now. We are adding a third dimension to price and time, right? Look where we are right now. Beautiful stuff. I'm pretty sure Peter was down here. Shall we have a look if Peter was visiting us? Let's have a look if Peter is down there. Oh, hello, Peter. Yeah. So I guess that's enough. Where is our low volume area right now in CL?
Just above where price stopped.
Like by magic, huh? So random, this stuff. Low value area here. Next volume, low volume area here. right? Random. Absolutely random, this shit.
Oof.
Yeah.
Who's
I
trading
think-
already volume? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Oh my god. Like,
Um, just because like I got a nice so like I hope everybody understands I'm a German, so like when I mean Peter gets raped, I hope I didn't offend anyone, right? I didn't mean it in a bad way, maybe the wrong word to use, just in case. So if somebody was thinking something bad about it, please forgive me. It was meant in a funny way, but I didn't mean it in the way. So
Figure of speech.
a figure of speech, my German stupidity, right? Raid, yeah. Peter gets raided, right? That's better. So, okay. As usual, raked. What is raked? I don't even know. Cancel M7, get it on
Raked.
Twitter. So do me a favor, please. Don't post charts with the volume profile on Twitter, as usual, right? Except you want everybody to know it, right? I'm going to leave you with CL and ES. I'm going to give you the other settings for the other instruments, right? We're going to do this tomorrow on Thursday. Backtest. Can we look at ES? We are looking at ES. Oh, that's CL, sorry. Yeah, so we are looking at ES. No Peter down here. So what we should look at CL right now. ES. Sorry.
I see more buyers.
Yeah,
I see price.
let's check. Let's go. I mean, you have to watch it real time, right? So let's go here. What is this area here? I mean, like you should not ask me this question anymore. Even. Oops, that was my coffee pot. So what is this? Answers.
Low volume area.
Low volume area, right? So we are right now in a low volume area, right? What is happening? We go exactly to the top of the volume area. What we are expecting, two options, either we go into the high density area or we drop from here, right? Didn't we just discuss this all? I think we went over today, right?
Yeah, after CL we did it, I think.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
We
right
did,
into
yeah.
the low volume area, from the low one area we are bouncing. And I was explaining, like obviously dense area here, right? So if we want to break this dense area, we have to go back into low volume to get the momentum, and now we're gonna drop, right? Then we drop, and then price comes back exactly to our dense area mode of volume. So nothing big here, right? Nothing off, like nothing crazy happening here. Just like normal, not Peter price action. Just normal DR students price action. Or what was the question? Like maybe I didn't understand the question, but there was no question. It was just like the master. Can we look at ES quickly? So second goldfish. Well, obviously, obviously, the data you could check. Like, let's have a look at the data together. That's the last exercise. Holy shit, it's 3.5 hours. Let's go ES, RDR data, remove news days, Monday, short.
Why
11
select
days.
the data even before looking at the data? You know, where is price? Is
Yeah,
price
but
just
now, first of
the
all, if you
eco-
look at everything, like we have the 50% line of the DR here, right? Price comes from the upper, like we didn't crack here, stays here, closes below. Now we see the retracement. 50% is here. We have the low volume area over here, right? Let's see what else we have. Let's look at this higher time frame imbalance here. Look at the range limiters here, right? And let's look at weekly DR. Oh, 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 oh. Can you believe it? Multi-time frame, range limiters, weekly DR, low volume area, everything.
What the hell?
How is that possible? Right? So everything's stacked here, right? And now we check data. Let's be data driven, right? As we all are. So who can tell me what is the mode of today's median XD extension? On a Monday, true, long, 11 o'clock till 11:30. Twist you. So, tell me, median extension value, the mode of the median SD extension for Mondays, true, long, 11 till 11:30. 0.5, 0.6. Where is our price going after the confirmation candle? So,
506.
can we tick the box? That's the median area. So potentially that could be a high, right? High of the confirmation candle broken, also good for us, right?
Yeah.
90% from the table, right? So let's have a look at the median extension time, right? It's 11:30, right? Where is the mode of the extension? Two possibilities. 11:15 to 11:30 and 15:45 to 4 o'clock, right? I'll come to that uptick. Rob, I will mention this. Everybody follows the data, right? 11:30, right? Everybody follows. Give me a clear yes or no with the data,
Yes.
please. So now, okay, obviously our median extension time plus our median max extension time and the value is fitting. So now we switch to false data. Let's see if we get something there. So what are the false data saying? Is the price retracement where it would be allowed and how many percentage of the possibilities are already gone? We're using short first bucket for the wick confirmation. No, we're using the confirmation. I'm looking at confirmation data right now, not the wick confirmation. 0.6, 0.6. So that's fitting. Let's have a look at the time. When we look at the false data, is the time in check?
Yeah. 11:15.
Right, I'll post it in the chat. Not loading for Nox. So, okay, so that's confirming, right? Data is confirming it. And now, where is our closing line of the weekly DR, which is not on my chart? Surprise? Not really surprise, but surprise. Could consider this to the tick, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Pretty sure also Peter paid a visit over here.
Or Peter.
Peter got raided again. No way.
Open up, FBI.
Yeah, guys, now you have to be careful because the SEC, when you're living in the US, like if you continue making this R, the SEC will knock soon.
They'll be like, where's Peter? What happened to Peter?
What have you done to Peter?
Oh my god.
Yeah, there's no limits, yeah. Okay, more question to ES. Is like everything is clear now for the person who had the question?
I think it was Texas, Jason.
Yeah, Texas Jason, like it's clear now, yes. Well, I might. Wolf is saying this was truly an amazing session. I don't want to sound arrogant, but like we hear that often, right?
Yeah.
But definitely, I hope that will help. It should give, like really, like now we have really all 3 dimensions which are like updating in real time. So actually, we have 4 dimensions in the RDR. We also have our tick grid. You just look at the tick grid, like all what we are talking here, right? Look at tick grid here, right? Divergence here, lower volume area, Peter in the house, closing weekly DR price. What we have seen, higher time frame imbalance above, multi-time frame, range limiter here, right? Look at this, right? What is happening here? Where are we returning? What is tick grid doing? Divergence, right? Here, small divergence again, tick grid, below the range limiter, etc., right? We are now back in a dense area, low volume area here, into the dense area over here. Please do me one favor, right? Use it as I explained it right now, right? I deleted my trip again, my drive. Here it is. So, again, right? Everything together, like every single, well, we came to the same conclusion. We started CL today. Let's rewind the session because it was a lot, right? We came to the same conclusion of trades without volume, right? What volume has done for us, right, is just giving us even more informational value and even more possibilities to understand better before something is happening, right? The trades are not different to what we discussed when I was not talking about volume today's session, right? Conclusions, directional information, all the same. It's a very powerful 3rd dimension to time and price, right? And it's going to open up possibilities even more, right? Do we still need to use drive? No, it's just we use the volume profile. Gonna be fine, Rob. Gonna be fine. I'm expecting some drop in win rate, and that's no problem. 2 weeks, and you will be all aligned, and you will come back to your senses. No worries. Gonna be fine. I'm expecting that. So prove me wrong, guys.
We are ready.
We are ready. Like, I'm ready for some whining in the chat. But volume told me this, why it's not going down? Oh, yeah, motherfucker. Look at everything, please.
Yep. No narrow vision.
No narrow vision, please. Yeah. Okay, so and now the shocking part, we had 45% of knowledge. Damn it. Next thing to do, now, once Prism is ready, next big step, Prism, learning how to use Prism. And that's gonna be a big one. Once we have this in, we're gonna start front running the books. So right now we are front running the confirmation. Next level is gonna be front running the books. Prism is not a lot of knowledge. Prism is a lot about usability, how you use it, and I would say it's not doing anything in knowledge Prism. Just how to use data and how to drill down in data. Prism is all about drilling down in data, right? So 45%. Next knowledge point comes in with front running the box before the box is even starting, right? Knowing where the box will be. Even better.
Green Trader says he needs more RAM for his brain.
Yeah. J. Bailey, always confirmation counts, not the weak confirmation, right? And of course, obviously, when we had 100%, so the last 3% are gonna be fair value gaps.
ICT was right, guys.
Okay, any questions? But I think it's very clear. Right now it's to start to work with it. Backtest, 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 backtest.
Complete.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
I think probably funniest academy. Not probably, I'm 100%.
Okay, still time, price, volume, right? Confluences, right? Volume is not to be used alone. Time is not to be used alone as long you have a monkey trade, right? So everything in mind, I'm gonna let you go. I think 4 hours is enough. 6:30 we are starting, right?
I think so too.
Yeah. Short one today.
Yeah, like today's short one, right? Tomorrow we make a little bit longer, right? Don't forget to drop a message to Who's That Don when the upload is finished. He's gonna swear on you because he has to render everything, which most likely takes 1 hour for a 4-hour session. Okay, guys, that's it. I hope I didn't. TJ, I don't think. I hope the question is not serious. Do I go short or long? That depends on. Do you want to be Peter? I have an answer for you. If you're not Peter, you're not doing anything right now. Thanks for the granola. You're welcome. Okay, so I'm gonna be excited. I'm looking forward to go through